Well, I guess it's time to get back to this, especially because I got them all now, so I really do want to actually get Infamous done from front to back. If only because these were probably some of my favorite games growing up on the PS3. Whoa, what the heck? Some of the audio's a bit weird there. Man. Trying to think of what to. Like, I gotta say, these were some of my favorite from the likes of specifically, what's their name? Sucker Punch. And I have yet to play the likes of Ghost of Tsushima, but I am definitely looking forward to playing it eventually. I do own it, so it's just simply a matter of I'm playing other games for streaming. And I also gotta say, I always loved Sly Cooper. Like, Sly Cooper was always one of those characters that I loved so much from what they were doing for mascots on PS2. I guess I only am a little bummed that we never got to see what, you know, Crash having stayed the PlayStation mascot. If only because Crash staying the mascot would have been kind of cool, you know. If only because I definitely loved and appreciated Crash Bandicoot ever since I was very young. I played the originals, and I won't lie, without freaking Sony's nowadays, a little hard to really care about them the way that I Sony just isn't the way that they used to be. A lot of these game companies aren't, actually. I mean, hell, back then with the likes of freaking Nintendo, back when they were doing the whole localizing crap, their stuff wasn't nearly the way that it is now. I mean, so much of it is, let's be real, the fact that, nowadays, I mean, it's so weird that we could see crap happen like Link from Legend of Zelda cross-dressing and looking like he's doing himself a little too much. And that kind of crap just makes it hard to be invested like I used to. Because if I'm being honest, personally speaking, I always loved the older 3D Zelda games. My personal favorite, I'd probably have to say, was Twilight Princess. And especially still, I really, really still love the art design for Twilight Princess, as definitely they very much made it have a Lord of the Rings kind of vibe to the entire thing, in a way that actually feels pretty damn good if you ask me. The thing is, I preferred the older 3D Zelda titles. They had far more engaging stories, too. Down to how, it made sense back then why Link was such a mute, but then you have how they decided to, make him such a hardcore mute in the likes of kind of weird how they canonically made Link mute as well in the newer Zelda stuff. If only because it was kind of more engaging how they also used to do Zelda stories with Link being a bit more of a specific character through the likes of simply being different in each of the manga adaptations. It helped make Link feel unique in each game in a way that was actually kind of engaging with the manga, but really, like, not much of an investment in the manga now, which is only such a bummer because it's just not as engaging as it used to be. And again, same with Naughty Dog. Ain't freaking going to them and freaking hitting new trash in that first place. That's for damn sure. franchises that we used to be far more engaged in with Sony. It's kind of disappointing what franchises used to be so engaging that just aren't anymore. Like, for as much as I would love a new Infamous, at the very same time, I also know that, there's a huge chance that if they did a new Infamous, they would go out of their way to probably make it all woke-tarded. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they freaking decided to suddenly make Cole a cross-dresser if they brought him back, or freaking doing that with Delson in the sequel to Second Son. It's kind of just frustrating beyond belief what could be happening the minute that you see them doing a new game. I mean, hell, I can't even feel the investment that I would normally have in Spider-Man, which blows my mind because Spider-Man was one of the biggest franchises ever for a reason. Freaking what we saw them pull off with the Tobey Maguire movies were freaking amazing. And now what we have with the likes of the Spider-Man games is it's hard to feel investment in the new Spider-Man. Quite the same way as some of the other past Spider-Man video games. If only because they're messing with the characters in such a way that makes it very hard to have the investment you wouldn't otherwise have with Spider-Man. I mean, when it comes to what we have for these Spider-Man characters so weirdly messed with in ways that just don't make sense. Like, I'm sorry, but I hate the version of Mary Jane Watson that they have in the likes of the Insomniac Spider-Man stuff. And from what it sounds like, Insomniac and freaking the modern, the modern, what's the term on the name? Modern Naughty Dog and Insomniac are all types of super buddy-buddy. So super hardcore buddy-buddy that I wouldn't be surprised if Neil Cuckman was freaking part of how the Spider-Man game became the way it was. Like, I would not be surprised if he was like, hey, let's like Mary Jane mad at Spider-Man for saving her. Because that fucking makes sense. I mean, seriously, it's like one of the dumbest ideas they could have done there, to be real. And it's only such a disappointment because Spider-Man stories are normally very engaging. Hell, for as much as I am not a fan of Tom Holland as the current Spider-Man, due to crap like him talking up, oh yeah, I'd love to play a bisexual Spider-Man. Which honestly just makes me freaking think the guy's a fucking creep, just being real here. In the end, they really messed up what could have been a good story by going, let's make because how dare white male supremacists? I mean, it's so dumb. It's so ridiculous. I don't really care for the story, and that is all on them choosing to make the Spider-Man story like that. Like, it's the best idea ever. When we know damn well, in the first place, the whole point about Spider-Man is with great power comes great responsibility. So, what the fuck are you dumbasses doing at Insomniac? I'm not trying to just be a dick, but at the same damn time, people, let's be real here. Spider-Man, if he's not saving lives, then Spider-Man is not simply put, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Can't hide anything from me.
Whoa. Son of a bitch. That fucking hurt. Son of a bitch. Oh fuck, I need to get away from this place. When Spider-Man's whole point is with great power comes great responsibility, and you're trying to basically punish him through Mary Jane for, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, you clearly don't fucking know what the fuck Spider-Man's even about. If anything, you freaking probably never did know. And because of that, you're not the kind of person that people would want to make a Spider-Man story. Bottom fucking line. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not someone we need to make a Spider-Man story. And simply put, you never will be. So when you are freaking deciding to give people shit like that, it comes off wrong. Not just wrong, but it comes off just weird. Not even remotely right like people are expecting of Spider-Man. By then, just play all the older Spider-Man games that actually knew how to write the character. How to write the character right. You know what I mean? I'd rather freaking play the old game for Tobey Maguire's second Spider-Man movie than, for example, play the new Spider-Man. That's how they're going to choose to make this character.
Is anyone over there listening to these drops? It's been 2 weeks since I've had any contact with the agency, and the stuff I'm seeing is 1,000,000 times worse than what we expected. Animals with superpowers, people moving things with their minds. You can't expect me to handle all of this all on my own.
It's obvious why. Okay. So we got that side mission dealt with. So only saves that, I guess. it's a bummer because I would love for there to be a new Infamous, but can we trust that the likes of Sucker Punch aren't going to be a bunch of woke-tards themselves? Are we gonna trust that Sucker Punch ain't going to just freaking try and make a story where Cole is treated like he's just a white male supremacist, all because he's a straight white man? Because if anything, for as much as the woke-tards want to claim that that we're the real pieces of shit, supposedly, because we are, wanting to have the likes of a character that is like that. It's so weird because for as much as they talk it up like, oh, we're the real pieces of shit because we don't want to see this stuff pushed into the kids. Meanwhile, it sure seems like you guys love to actually want to freaking treat us like we're the real piece of shit just because we want kids to be left the hell alone over that shit too? Because I'll never understand why the likes of these woke-tards are so over the top. They're so woke-tarded, going, hey, these kids need to learn about all this sexual stuff, because let's be fucking real here, it's sexual in nature, bottom line, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And it's honestly creepy how much these types tried to push kids to remember sexual things and embrace sexual things overall. Because in the end, that's what they're doing. They're literally sexually grooming children. And either it has to do with the fact that these people are so disappointed in how they've been treated, like they're not just another human being who has sinned, or they're just fucking creepers who are choosing to use this as an excuse to push this shit onto kids. And it's very creepy how much it's pushed onto kids. And bottom line, no ifs, ands, and buts about it, it's beyond creepy how much it's pushed onto kids. And with how much kids are being like there is something that does make me feel all kinds of freaked out. It's definitely that. Because I already hated the fact that I was introduced to pornography in the first grade and what that did to me. So damn sure kids being introduced to homosexuality, let alone transsexuality, is terrible. It's literally deeply messing with children's lives. Philip Sands are nuts about it. You cannot deny that. And trying to deny that might just fucking make you look to be a creeper instead. Bottom line. And damn sure seeing just how much freaking Disney has screwed over these franchises that people used to trust with their kids, like Star Wars. I mean, people don't trust Star Wars anymore. People don't trust Marvel. People don't trust Indiana Jones. Hell, Indiana Jones, with how it points the finger towards the truth. Whether George Lucas may have intended for that to be the case with the likes of Indiana Jones, with the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, or whatever else it may be. Bottom line, it's still pointing the finger towards the biblical truth. And I can only imagine how much it would trip out George Lucas if he came to realizing that the Holy Bible is literal history. I mean, personally speaking, it freaking blew my mind wide open.
Reapers attacked me on my last trip. They must think I'm working with the Dustman or something. There's no way I'll make it back to the hospital on my own.
I'll take care of them.
I had Roger rig up the roof of the bus with metal mesh, and a generator will keep it electrified. Should provide a non-stop source of energy for you.
Wow, that's really smart.
Oh, they don't let dumbasses into med school, Cole. Once you're up on top, we'll head out. If you need to jump down, I'll stop the bus and wait for you.
Where I healed the Reapers for the last time.
Survive another hit like that! stopped attacking us.
Let them fight it out. Keep moving.
Cole, clear the road. Blast that stuff off the road, Cole.
Don't stop.
Oh shit. Did the game just freeze on me? Wow, I've never dealt with this before with Infamous 1. Man, these games really do need a freaking remaster. Just saying. For as much as I won't trust the current version of Sony right now, I can at least say, yeah, apparently they do need a freaking remaster, because, I mean, look at this, dude! I can't access the cross-media bar, I can't access the menu to turn off the controller or the system. It's literally just frozen. Damn. Alright. Guess I'm gonna have to freaking literally turn off my PS3 and turn it back on. Yay! In general, I would love to see the Infamous games get remasters, because at the very least, I will say this, I am pleased that Sony cares to do, that they care to do computer remasters now. And if anything, I do think that that's a good sign for what Infamous could end up getting. Excuse me. Because with Infamous, it would be awesome. For the sake of the original game, for Infamous 2, for Festival of Blood, for Second Son, and also for First Light. For all of the Infamous games to just have one remaster collection. It would sell like crazy, easily. But then again, that's coming from me being a huge fan of these games, and how they were always some of the better superhero games, if you ask me. But wow, though. Like, the fact that it just freaking wanted to act like that on me. Man. A remaster would really do Infamous 1 so good. I mean, I know this, if I freaking had the ability to just do it as a fan, I'd love to see Infamous 3 come about, and come about the right way. Especially because I want to see Cole come back after Infamous 2. I will say, though, it still throws me off that they changed the voice actor just because the voice actor in the original game didn't care to do motion capture stuff. I mean, to be fair, when they care to do motion capture in something like Infamous, it looks great. It genuinely looks fantastic. But despite that, I don't think it's like the end-all be-all for getting a good looking game. Because the original Infamous looks fine without the motion capture stuff. Like this genuinely looks perfectly fine without motion capture being part of the game. You know what I mean? Damn sure too. I gotta say, personally speaking, one of the best things that he's able to do in this game is the whole move where you're gliding around. Because it's so damn fun to use.
The Reapers attacked me on my last trip. They must think I'm working with the Dustman or something. There's no way I'll make it back to the hospital on my own.
I'll take care of them.
I had Roger rig up the roof of the bus with metal mesh, and a generator will keep it electrified. Should provide a non-stop source of energy for you.
Wow, that's really smart.
Oh, they don't let dumbasses into med school, Cole. Once you're up on top, we'll head out. If you need to jump down, I'll stop the bus and wait for you.
One sec. Let's do this. I just wish I had the ability to call the lightning down like you do near the end game. Because that would freaking help a lot. And I also gotta say, probably going to, thanks to the likes of the fact that I'm carrying to cover all the Infamous stuff, I'm going to probably do a review of the comic that DC Comics ended up making after the original game. It is a comic that actually goes out of its way to give you the likes of a bridging story, so to speak, that bridges the storyline between Infamous 1 and 2. In a pretty good damn way, I actually thought. To where the fact that that was also a DC Comics thing, flat out, instead of just being like something that they just did themselves, it makes me kind of wish that we could see Infamous have a crossover with DC, because it would be badass to see Cole McGrath and Batman team up, for example. Just saying, personally speaking, as someone who loves Batman, to where, even though it was dorky as hell, I can even enjoy the Adam West Batman, even with the first episode where he's suddenly breaking it down and looking so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh at that. But point is, I liked Adam West's Batman a good amount. I also liked the time we had Batman movies being done by Tim Burton, because it was engaging. I damn sure at least think, because if anything, Tim Burton was kind of the perfect guy to hire for that kind of gothic vibe that Batman can give to begin with. To where I actually didn't even particularly dislike the likes of the sequels that much. I mean, granted, I get why people didn't like Batman and Robin, for example, but Forever I thought was actually a lot better than people made it out to be. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing either. It was simply okay. That being said, I at least understand why people weren't happy with Batman and Robin. That being said, I didn't think that certain concepts or casting choices were particularly terrible. At the very least, I at least thought that they did a good job with who they decided to cast as Batman. George Clooney didn't do a terrible job, I thought, as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I thought he did a good job with both sides of the character. That being said, though, what will probably forever be the best Batman was, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight movies were definitely the best of Batman's films so far for a reason. But I do wish that they could have continued on. Being real, I'm surprised that Infamous never got to outright become a show, or not just a show, but a full-on comic book series beyond what they did for the likes of Infamous 2 in bridging that story together. Because I at least think that it would have been cool to see Infamous adapted in live action. Especially if they went out of their way to make sure that they got all the right characters involved. Come on, keep your fucking head out, asshole. Yeah! There you go. Come on. There you go. Dick. Simply put, I do think that it would be cool if we had, let's say, inFAMOUS become a full-on PC product, a full-on PC IP due to the likes of the comic having happened in the first place. Simply put, would it be nice to see the likes of inFAMOUS be a DC property? That being said, though, would DC pull it off right now? That's the big question, because for as much as
We're taking damage!
like thing is, I'm not very trustworthy in even modern DC. Even though I would still hardcore point the finger towards Marvel and specifically what we have Disney doing with franchises that are meant to be for kids. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the likes of them pulling it off now, the question is if they turn it into something like for example, would it be something as engaging as Teen Titans, the 2000s cartoon that practically all kinds of fans grew up with and loved? Or would it end up being a Teen Titans Go kind of situation where we have I know for damn sure it's actually very disturbing that in Teen Titans Go we have Robin twerking. Because, let's be real, that isn't supposed to be...
They've stopped attacking us.
I'm keeping you guys back for this. going on actually show.
Let them fight it out. Keep moving. Don't stop.
Damn it, protect the bus!
I got my hands on a picture of the Dustmen's leader. No ID yet, but I'm going to run it through NGI. I'll update you when I have a name.
Interesting to have the story of the comic book turned into like a expansion of the original game. As something to enjoy as part of the storyline of the original game. Only because there are some characters that, without that comic, would have kind of just disappeared. And for sure, it took me a while to discover the comic myself. If only because I had no idea that it was a thing.
Floor it!
hands on a picture of the Dustman's leader. No ID yet, but I'm going to run it through NGI. I'll update you when I have a name.
We can't survive another hit like that! Cole, clear the road! Blast that stuff off the road, Cole!
I got my hands on a picture of the Dustman's leader. No ID yet, but I'm going to run it through NGI. I'll update you when I have a name.
Floor it!
That fucking hurt. Damn. I assume
Keep going!
We made it.
Cole, I have the results from the photo analysis. It's Alden Tate, the son of Richard Tate. You paying attention? I've got a lot of ground to cover, and this is important.
I was transfixed. Moya kept talking while I watched this man, this old, grizzled man, lift a bus with his mind. I'm strong, but nowhere near that powerful. Alden was born to the leader of the First Sons. As a powerful mentalist, he was groomed from an early age to assume control. That is until Kessler showed up. Alden disappeared into the streets, growing up scared and homeless. But there's no fear in those eyes now. No, the blast has made him powerful, gave him the tools to combat his paranoia. With a flick of his wrist, he threw the bus on top of the hospital, sending a message to anyone that would challenge him. With Trish still inside that thing, I had to act fast. Not that I could do anything to Alden. He was already gone.
Yeah.
Hang on, Trish. I'm coming. Just sign your death warrants.
Just off the bat, they had literally the whole place surrounded by enemies. Like, damn.
Just signed your death warrants.
Whoa.
You just signed your death warrants.
Fucker.
Just signed your death warrants. Boy, did you pick the wrong guy to screw with.
Damn, dude.
You just signed your death warrants.
Yes. Okay.
Get away from her!
No! Fucker! Damn it!
Just signed your death warrants. Get away from her! Are you alright?
When he threw the bus up here, the only thing going through my head was you and how things stand between
I'd
us.
never let anything happen to you, Trish.
I know you didn't mean to kill Amy, Cole. That you've been trying to make things right. And I need to stop being angry at you. It's just been hard for me. I want us to be together again. Like how it used to be.
Oh, man. This game still has some
Tracking
issues.
a couple developments, Cole. There are rumors that a large-scale conflict might erupt
probably
between
one
the
of my
cops and the
favorite
warrant and
PS3
the dust men.
games, easily.
Look into it.
I can't believe you, Cole. Running back into her arms. She's not a lover. Not me. Think of the things I could do.
Whore!
I am pleasure.
Whore! Total fucking whore. Just me. Like, this is still one of my favorite games for a reason. It really is like the pinnacle of superhero games sometimes. With the abilities you have access to, just how fun the gameplay loop is. Because I've 100%ed this game on the good playthrough so many times. I'm kind of like G-Man Lives, who he talks about how he's too much of a wuss to play through the evil playthrough of Infamous, and honestly, I feel the same, only because I feel like it's clear that the good playthrough, the hero playthrough, seems to have been what people preferred most. Was the good playthrough, actually, over the evil playthrough, because the evil playthrough, it's just, they didn't really, if you ask me personally, I don't think they put the same depth into the evil playthrough as they did the hero playthrough for Infamous. The hero playthrough is just so much more engaging, I find. I love also the likes of the likes of Batman Arkham games. They're hard to beat, let's be real. Like, not only were the Batman Arkham games great, but they have some of the better stories with Spider-Man. That being said, though, I honestly still really engaged with this version of a superhero. For simply put, the likes of Cole, his powers are very engaging in these episodes. As well as having done a pretty good job with the, what's the word I'm looking for here? The parkour gameplay. The parkour gameplay is still really well handled from front to back, I'd say. To where definitely I think this could have become an even bigger franchise if Sony actually cared to make it a bigger franchise. But it seems like all Sony cares about now is woke-tarded garbage for the absolute huge majority. And I'm really praying that Ghost of Tsushima doesn't end up being woke-tarded, especially because I would be really bummed to see Sucker Punch turn out that way, personally speaking, simply because I'd say they're probably one of my absolute favorites of the PlayStation exclusive developers. Like, I loved Naughty Dog back then. Granted, they're just not engaging anymore, sadly, which is a bummer. But that's just the case with those guys. And with Insomniac, definitely seems like they might have gone woke-tarded given what they did with that Spider-Man. Because it's really hard to not look at that Spider-Man game and feel that that is exactly what they did to the storyline there. was they tried to make a woke-hearted Spider-Man by making Spider-Man somehow feel ashamed of saving Mary Jane's life, which is just dumb beyond belief. Package mission, sweet.
Now I know where to look.
Yeah.
When it comes to other PlayStation exclusive developers, there were many that I enjoyed. Kind of surprised that Rainbow Studios didn't end up becoming an exclusive PlayStation developer after ATV Off-Road Theory was such a big thing to be real. I mean big thing, because I recently replayed a little bit of Off-Road Theory that I grew up with, and that was still so much fun. To where it's hard to not look at that game and not find it. Oh shit! Damn it. No. I'm just reflecting over how ridiculous it is with that new Spider-Man and how they freaking woke-tarded it. I mean, because why would you make a story about Peter Parker feeling somehow weirdly ashamed for, with great power comes great responsibility, for saving Mary Jane? You know what I mean? It's dumb beyond belief, and it is clearly something they did just because white male supremacists. You know what I mean? Shit. Let's be real, if everyone's supposed to be equally accepted, then, let's be real, the whole, like, white male supremacist thing shouldn't be happening to begin with. If anything, it's just them turning it around. see if I can get this area cleared out. I'm just trying to...
Help me! A mugger stole all my food.
my dog's grandma's dog. She's such a little needy puppy. She just needs all the attention. Roxy. She's just also too freaking worked up the minute that anyone is coming by. You know? It's just so frustrating. It seems like the side missions won't just this game, the experience goes towards making you stronger.
of the 43rd Precinct have mounted an offensive against the Dustmen. My source says they're going to try and arrest Alden.
Good. That psycho should be behind bars.
The battle has already started, so you better get moving. Your top priority is ensuring that Alden is captured. Once he's in custody, I'll send in an extraction team.
Hold it! Don't move! You're under arrest!
I got a bead on Alden. Heading after him.
Don't let him escape, Cole. This could be our only shot.
He stole my food! Kill him!
I probably shouldn't get involved in this. Alden's still running around, and if he gets away, Moya's gonna have my hide. I could zap that guy and cut him loose. Maybe I just walk away and leave him there to rot. What the hell? Hey, Moya, have you seen this place? The Warren was never much to begin with. This used to be a park. Now it's a shanty town made out of junk. Can barely find my way through it.
Alden started collecting scrap metal, junk, anything else he could get his hands on the moment the quarantine was put into place. Probably for use on that tower.
Why the hell is he building that thing?
No idea. As far as I can tell, there are no combustibles in it, so it's not an explosive device. Maybe he's overcompensating for something.
cops nabbed Alden, Moya. They're taking him to the pen.
I heard, and so have the Dustmen. They're already rampaging through the streets of the Warren, shooting everyone in sight. Deal with them.
What? Oh, come on. I didn't freaking try to... After all, if anything, try to just
Can you stop this mugger? Those dudes need to cool it.
14th Precinct's getting hammered by the dustmen. Get over there and help them out. If we lose that precinct, we're in a world of trouble. That was pretty close. Thanks, Cole.
Main mission.
I've been robbed!
Damn, those maniacs have outfitted city buses with automatic weapons. They're shooting everyone in sight.
We need to take control of this situation before the military catches wind of it. If they think the dustmen might use those weapons to break through the quarantine, they will take action.
Just sit around all day dreaming about blowing stuff up.
You know what to do, Cole.
is it that this freaking thing needs for me to just destroy it? Because it doesn't seem to want to... No, I don't have the Thunder Strike unlocked yet. I wish I did. Because if I did, I would have been using it.